Hello folks, welcome back to Merrill Math. I'm Mr. Merrill. Today we're going to be finding X and Y intercepts. So your first question might be, what are they? Well, when Y equals 0, you have an X intercept. When X equals 0, you have a Y intercept. So that's what we're going to be doing, is substituting zeros into our equations and getting some values for X and Y. Okay, so what do I mean? Let's look at an example here. So if we have y equals 4x minus 1, the first thing I want to do is substitute 0 for y. So if 0 is 4x minus 1, that's going to give us our x-intercept. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. That gives us 1 equals 4x, and divide by 4. So x equals 1/4. So our x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. So this point then becomes 0, I wrote that backwards. We substituted 0 for y. So our x value is 1/4. Our y value is 0. That is our x-intercept. Our y-intercept is by substituting 0 for x. So y equals 4 times 0 minus 1. This one's easier to find in a lot of cases. Let me make sure we're in frame here. So 4 times 0 is 0, minus 1, that's negative 1. So when we substitute 0 for x, we get negative 1 for y. That is our y-intercept. So we're going to get 2 points here for our intercepts. The next one, if we substitute 0 for y, so we've got 0 equals negative 1/3 x minus 3. Then we just solve. So we're going to add 3. And we've got 3 is equal to negative 1/3 x. So the way that we get rid of this negative 1/3 is by multiplying by a negative 3. So 3 times negative 3 is going to be a negative 9. Is equal to x. So our point is negative 9, comma 0. That is our x-intercept. Our y-intercept happens when we substitute 0 for x. So y is negative 1/3, times 0 minus 3. So for this, 1/3 times 0, well, anything times 0 is 0, minus 3 gives us negative 3, so y is negative 3. So we have the point 0, comma, negative 3. That is our y-intercept, sorry. Okay, so that is that one. We got a few more examples here just to make sure we've got it covered. So what if you don't have an equation that's in slope-intercept form? What if it's in this form? You could still do the exact same thing. Substitute 0 for x, get the y-intercept. Substitute 0 for y, get the x-intercept. So we're going to do exactly that. So if we substitute 0 for x, 0 minus y minus 3 equals 0. If we substitute 0 for y, x minus 0 minus 3 equals 0. So we just have to solve both of these. Let's see here. So if we add y to both sides, that gives us 0 minus 3, which is negative 3, is equal to y. So our y-intercept is negative 3. So we have 0, comma, negative 3. Here, if we add 3 to the other side, we've got x equals 3. So that gives us 3, comma, 0. That is our x-intercept. Not too bad. This one looks a little less friendly. So let's see what we've got here. So if we substitute 0 for x, we've got negative 7 times 0 minus 14y minus 5 equals 0. And we've got, if we substitute 0 for y, negative 7x minus 14 times 0 minus 5 is equal to 0. So we've got that. So then we just solve both of these. So 7 times 0 is 0, so that goes away. We've got negative 14y minus 5 equals 0. We're going to add 5 to both sides. So I've got negative 14y is equal to 5. Then we divide by negative 14, so y is 5 over 14. So our y-intercept is going to be the point 0, 5/14. Fractions are fair game here. And over here, this cancels out. So we've got negative 7x is equal to, we're going to add 5 to both sides, is equal to 5. So x is negative 5/7. So we divide by a negative 7. So we get the point negative 5/7, comma 0. And that is the x-intercept for that one. Okay, last example. So these are going pretty quick. So again, we're going to substitute 0 for x and 0 for y. So I've got 4 times 0 minus 2y equals 1. And 4x minus 2 times 0 equals 1. Okay, this cancels out. I've got negative 2y equals 1. So divide by a negative 2. So negative 2y equals 1. Divide by negative 2. Y is negative 1/2. So we have the point 0, negative 1/2. Here we've got 4x equals 1. So we're going to divide by 4. So x is 1/4. So we have the point 1/4, comma 0. So those are our x and y intercepts. Okay, hopefully I didn't go too fast for you. Maybe you can put it in slow motion if you need it slower, or go back and make sure this all makes sense to you. Again, finding x and y intercepts is kind of one of those things that it gets better with practice, but once you get it under your belt, it makes a lot more sense. So that's kind of how most of math is. If you have any questions, comments, points of clarification, you can leave those in the comments below. If this video helped you out at all, you can give it a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe. Otherwise, thanks for watching.